Common practices in factory farms include removing beaks of birds, tightly confining pigs, and forcing animals to live in their own manure. Animals are exploited so that corporations can squeeze as many dollars out of the process as possible.
On factory farms, animals are generally treated as a commodity. Almost all what we might call natural behaviors of animals are not given a chance to express themselves. So in some cases, for example, for confinement farms for pigs, it's the case that for most of the females that are giving birth to the young piglets spend much of their lives in what are called gestation crates, in which they can't even turn around. They can stand up, lie down, walk a few inches forward and backward, and that's it. If one knows anything about the natural behavior of these species from direct experience, you know that these are essentially like having animals in jail their entire lives. In order for an animal to have a decent life, it has to be able to engage in many of its natural behaviors. And that is not possible in factory farms. Now,
Factory farms emit large amounts of greenhouse gases, more than all forms of transportation combined. Animals are stuffed full of antibiotics to make them grow faster and allow them to survive horrid conditions. People unknowingly consume these secondhand antibiotics, allowing superbugs, or microbes with immunity to antibiotics, to build up tolerance and flourish. Overconsumption of red meat can lead to obesity and chronic disease. In 2015, 500,000 deaths were linked to diets high in processed and red meat.
There are a lot of good studies that show that small-scale farms are actually highly productive per unit area compared to large-scale farms. So I'm very optimistic about at least the potential for achieving a highly sustainable food system with diversified small farms being at the core. And I think that, in your lifetimes, you're going to see a lot of that change happening.
Proponents of factory farming often refer to it as a necessary evil, meaning the many negatives are outweighed by the ability to produce more food, reducing market prices and making produce more accessible. Factory farming should not be a polarizing issue. Ensuring humane treatment of animals and improving public health are causes we can all support. If you believe that factory farms are unacceptable, then consider taking action. Call your representatives, protest, or simply take a closer look at where your food comes from.